and I did clean up on the tranny. It was, I mean, I tell you what, you guys picture 53 years of road grime, 54,000 miles and 53 years of road grime. This thing was encrusted, unbelievably so. So I've been doing a lot of cleanup on it. This will be the this is the infamous M21 4-speed, and as you can see, it's got the original Corvette shifter in it. You know what? I know you could put a Hurst shifter in this thing and all that monkey business, which is fine. And if it was mine, I probably would. But this is going to be just kind of a. They're not racing this thing. They just want to kind of keep it nice. Okay, got her all set up here. Had a couple of things. This whole shifter I completely took apart. It was all just so encrusted with crap. But anyways, I took it all apart, cleaned it all up. It's dry. It'll all have to be lubricated before it's all put together for final use. And of course, this is the shifter. 65 Corvette shifter. I've completely taken it apart. All this stuff. Here's the the main body. But it's all got that old, dried up grease in it. That heavy grease that's old, very old now, 53 years, and it's gotten hard, and so it had to come apart so I could get it completely cleaned up and service it. And you know, so it's got everything here. A couple interesting things about it is something I ran into. A little problem I ran into with this particular one is this is your rod that controls your reverse lockout. When you pull up on the T-handle, you have a set screw there, and it's supposed to go through the T-handle there. And so that's an adjustment. You take the set screw and you move the rod accordingly in there and set it. And then of course, then you put the spring, the return spring, this guy, on it, and screw the shifter ball back on the shifter itself. And it's slotted, you see, and so this rod that I just pulled out comes in from the bottom. It goes in and stops there. That's as far as it goes, you see. And then the T-handle up here, what you're supposed to do to replace the shifter boot, which is critical to this whole process, is you're supposed to loosen the set screw, take the shifter ball, unscrew the shifter ball, take the spring off, undo this set screw, slide the T-handle off of this rod that comes in from the bottom, right? And then you can slide the shifter boot on over it. And this one, for whatever particular reason, you can see I straightened it out some. I tried to straighten it out, and it was bent more. And it's in this channel, the shifter channel. And it's as you can see, that rod is supposed to come up through that hole, and then the set screw locks it in place. Pull up on the T-handle. It pulls this rod up and down on this side to open that reverse gate. Okay? This being bent, and that's fairly stout considering that I only have this much area to work with to get in it. It was bent, and it didn't allow the shift handle to come off of the T-handle to come off of the shifter, which presented a problem. So my only option was to try to straighten that out. I don't know how it got bent. They're not supposed to be bent. And then I figured out what they were doing. Somebody's had this apart. I know this had the engine out of it at one time. And so probably at the dealership way back when to do something or other to it. Who knows? Oil leak, main seal leak or something maybe. So this T-handle wouldn't come off. So I had to try to straighten it out, which I did enough to kind of pull it over. And then I could see why that was bent. You see, because that part there previously, whoever had this apart before, that T-handle thing there, hole for the rod, is split. And so even though that set screw wouldn't hold, the bent rod would allow it to still pull the rod up so it can go into the reverse gate. Anyways, if that makes so. Anyways, I got to replace this, and they make them. It's on Corvette Central. They make it in this rod. I'll replace. No big deal. It's $27, but still, I mean, you know, I didn't have any choice in the matter. It just was what it was. Interesting. Two-piece. The shifter's two-piece. It's the shaft, and you can see where it's been pinned through. It's pinned through. See that? And of course, there's the guy that when you move it goes into the different gates to operate the arms, and you got some bushings that go on, nylon bushings that go over the shaft, and a spring washer for it goes there. I think, if I remember right, this is the 3-4 shift lever, and I think this is the 1-2 shift lever, and I think this is the reverse shift lever. There's your interlock. The pin for this is the inside trunnion on the shifter. The shifter goes through there, gets pinned in, and then this is the main body of it, or the inside of the main body. This might be the main body, but together those fit together. These arms all go on this shaft, and yada yada yada. But I'm just kind of dummying it all up here. Get the rods adjusted properly. The shift rods, your 1-2 rod, your 3-4 rod, your reverse rod, and then of course now the mechanism in these Corvette shifters, you had to lift the T-handle to get it to go into the reverse gate, right? But this thing was so gummed up and fouled up and just full of crud that this function didn't really even work anymore. But as you can see, it works. There's your first gear, bang, second gear, bang, third gear, bang, fourth gear, and you're going 500 miles an hour or something pretty damn close, I tell you.